You gotta go to FlixPop Radio. FlixPop Radio.
Welcome to FlixPop Radio, your source for the best movie talk here at WGHT and WTBQ every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. I'm your host, Paul Bastante, and there's literally nowhere else in the world, the entire world, that I'd rather be than right here with all of you in lovely Warwick, New York. Number to call today, 845-651-1110. If you can't call us, text us at 845-328-0886. You can also catch us across the country by visiting WTBQ and streaming us from there. Got a great show for you guys today. With us in the studio, very special guest, Lisa Annese. And we'll also have the officially reviewed segment with Allison Lucan, the reality wrap-up with Shelley Williams at the bottom of the hour, and then none other than Santiago will drop the People's Podcast on us in the fourth quarter, so make sure you catch that. We'll also play Dinner and a Movie, where you'll get the chance to play the Movie Line trivia game to win dinner and a movie. Date night, courtesy of FlixPop Radio. That's right, FlixPop Radio will help you to get lucky. How about that? FlixPop Radio is brought to you by Spaziani's Catering and Food Design, Cardinal Tours, Monica's Italian Restaurant, the Greenwood Lake Marina, Dreambuilders by Design, and the Reset with Stefanie Shore podcast. So our guest today at FlixPop Radio is an author of the book I Am Light, and she joins us today on FlixPop Radio. It's Lisa Annese. How are you today, my friend?
Wonderful. Thanks for having me.
Excellent. You're a no-brainer. Thanks for being with us today. I appreciate it. How's everything going?
Oh, fabulous day. Beautiful day. It's March 1st. So much light outside. Happy to be here.
Didn't it feel great, like on the way in? Like the temperature has kind of like gotten up into a reasonable temp, and it feels kind of glorious. Yes,
and great scenery coming through here. So
excellent. So play a game with me.
I love that.
Excellent. So yes, no, either or brings us the opportunity to learn a little bit more about our guest each week. I will ask Lisa a series of rapid fire questions that will require either a yes or no response, or an either or response. Let's do an example, shall we?
Sure.
Okay. Cannolis or sfogliatelle?
Sfogliatelle.
Okay. Well, you're Italian, so you know what that is.
Uh-huh.
For folks that don't know what that is, tell them what that is.
Oh, a delicious pastry. It looks like a clam shell and flaky, buttery. Ricotta's inside. Delicious.
Okay. Gas station sushi, yes or no?
No.
Okay, good for you. All right, everybody got the idea here? You got the idea, Lisa?
I do.
All right, excellent. So yes, no, or either or is always brought to you by the Greenwood Lake Marina. Spring's coming up in a matter of weeks, and don't you think it's time to start the process of getting your new boat or getting that time on the lake for the summer? Visit Greenwood Lake Marina today at greenwoodlakemarina.info. Now, today's category is
Romantic comedies.
You ready to play?
I am.
Okay, please place your trays in the upright position and prepare for impact. Okay. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days or Clueless?
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, for sure.
Me too, I think. Mm-hmm. All right, classic. I'm going to put two classics in front of you. And really, this is the reason of the game. I want our listeners to kind of get to know you a little better. And, these are two classics. You've Got Mail or Harry Met Sally.
That's a tough one. I love all the actors there, but definitely I have to say When Harry Met Sally. Whenever I'm on an airplane, I'm always searching for that movie, and it's always a classic for me.
Isn't it always on every airplane flight?
I love
you can
that.
find that movie?
But it's about love, and it's about connections over the years and how people are destined to be together, and that's what I believe.
It's almost like with romantic comedies, you can find all of them really basically when you're on the airplane.
Yep.
Down with Love or As Good as It Gets?
Definitely As Good as It Gets. I am a huge fan. I always go back to that movie. So much connections there that I love to watch.
Two kind of interesting people playing parts there, Jack Nicholson and Helen Hunt. Mm-hmm. I just feel like that combination on the screen, I can remember thinking to myself, that's kind of crazy, the two together. Weren't they kind of weird together?
Yeah, definitely didn't see the connection there. But you never know.
13 going on 30 or My Best Friend's Wedding?
My Best Friend's Wedding. I'm a huge Julia Roberts fan. So I think that's one that I have to go back in my heart as something that I'm a big fan of hers. And that's a favorite there.
50 First Dates, my guy, Adam Sandler or Annie Hall?
50 First Dates is fun.
Yeah.
I like mindless things. So I think Adam Sandler definitely one from my childhood I remember growing up with. and it's a good one to connect with as well.
And Drew Barrymore, absolutely in that. Down with Love or at Love Actually?
Love Actually for sure. That's my Christmas movie I always watch with my boys, and I just love all the different connections and the different scenarios of how people love each other.
Are you a Hallmark Christmas movie kind of gal yourself?
I am. I like Hugh Grant too, so that Hugh Grant is a huge fan there.
Don't the two go hand in hand?
Hello, yes.
While You Were Sleeping or Pretty Woman?
Oh my goodness, such good ones. I'm a big fan of Pretty Woman with Julia Roberts, and the love story that never would have happened, but it was fate. Fate that got connected. So definitely Pretty Woman.
Share in an Academy Award-winning performance, Moonstruck or Clueless?
Moonstruck for sure, and it's all about the family at Moonstruck. I am Italian, and the Italian family there is very important, the connections that are shared.
How Stella Got Her Groove Back or 10 Things I Hate About You?
10 Things I Hate About You, and I recently saw that with my son recently. He's 13, and it was fun to watch that movie and relive high school with him.
Yeah.
So cool.
Don't these have that theme that runs through them? I mean, in this genre especially, when you're talking about horror, it's not really the same thing, but when you talk about rom-coms and maybe you might not remember, the movies themselves, because to me, they kind of all blend in together. But I remember how they made me feel.
Yeah.
And some of them are like that, really have a tendency or the ability to move you. 4 Weddings and a Funeral or Something's Gotta Give.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's hard. But I love Hugh Grant in 4 Weddings and a Funeral, but Something's Gotta Give is one of my all-time favorites.
And I knew that before because, we've been hanging out and doing things, right? So I know that they say never ask the question if you don't know the answer. So to me, I kind of knew the answer on that one.
You did know that one.
And then last one here, Notting Hill or Shaun of the Dead?
Notting Hill.
Right. Now, let me ask you this. So before we get out of this, Shaun of the Dead, they said, and I've seen and doing my research for this, and for a couple of weeks ago, we did the zombie apocalypse, was Rom Zom Com, right?
Okay.
Is this a romantic comedy?
If you feel it's a romantic comedy, and that's what your heart says,
so you're saying it's a
romantic comedy.
Okay,
yep.
It's in the mind of the observer, then, is what you're saying.
That's how it is, that you connect with what your consciousness believes, and if you say it is, then it is.
All right. So thanks for doing that exercise with me. I really appreciate it. It's a great way for listeners to get to know our guests and through the choices that you make when it comes to, what I will watch. What will you watch, right? If you tell me this or that, I'm going to assume certain things about that. So tell us about the book, I Am Light. Let's do that before we get to break. Tell us about it. Go ahead.
Sure. So my book is called I Am Light, 180 Days to Remember Who You Are. It's a book that connects with remembering your past and how to use that for your future through reflections. Every day has a quote that you reflect on and that you can build on and reflect and write, and also have a daily healing practice with yoga, meditation, and sound healing. It was what I personally used to heal from my divorce separation and really turn challenges into greatest blessings. That's the format of the book.
Excellent. And how can people get the book?
Book is on Amazon, on my website, where all books are sold. And also, it is an audiobook.
Oh, really? And who did the audio for it?
Common Mode had done the audiobook.
That's pretty cool. What kind of process was that?
Oh, that was awesome. It was so much fun. In the recording booth, I had to talk slow and really enunciate, but it felt really good because I was, people telling me my voice is soothing. And so it was a lot of fun to read it and reflect during the process.
Awesome. So listen, we're going to take a break. On the other side of the break, we'll hear from Allison Lucan in our officially reviewed segment. We'll have more from Lisa Annese. We'll have a chance to win dinner in a movie playing movie line contest. It's all coming up after this. Don't go away.
Love it.
WTBQ.
Welcome back to FlixPop Radio. We're still here with author Lisa Annese, who's been nice enough to spend a few minutes with us today. I appreciate that. Before I get back into our conversation, though, with you, Lisa, I have a question. You like to be out in the water, like in a boat, jet ski or whatnot, with the kids maybe?
I love the water. I'm a huge lake fan with my boys.
One of the sponsors of my show is the Greenwood Lake Marina, and the springtime is coming up, and it's about time to start thinking about, going to be giving them a call, figuring out all the great things that they do at the marina. Like, they even have they have Airbnbs on the water. You can rent a boat and have just like a good time, going out on a boat, renting a boat. They even can give you a captain that will, take you out, show you around, take you around the lake and everything. So it's really, really great. If you guys want to reach out to Greenwood Lake Marina, that's the greenwoodlakemarina.info. Do it today. My guys over there. It's time for the officially reviewed segment on FlixPop Radio. The officially reviewed segment's delivered by Allison Lucan of Officially Social. She's a writer and a reviewer, and we'll get her take and recommendation on a book or movie every single week on FlixPop Radio. Allison, how are you today, my friend?
I am great, Paul. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's a pleasure to speak with you. How are things on this glorious day? Say hi to my guest, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa. How's it going?
I'm great. How are you?
Excellent. Very, very good.
What you got for us today, Allison?
Well, Officially Reviewed is brought to you today by Greenwood Lake Marina. Get out on the water this spring on Greenwood Lake. It is beautiful. My review this week is of the rom-com series on Netflix, Sweet Magnolias. Season 4 was just released on February 6th. So the show follows 3 Southern best friends and their margaritas through all of life's twists and turns. You'll find romance, old loves, letting go of the past, new dreams, divorce, plenty of drama, and, of course, lots of laughs. The show's endearing, it's feel-good, and it's just the kind of show that I want to watch when I want to unwind at the end of a long day. The place they live in is called Serenity, and for me, that sounds like a place that I'd want to be. And of course, the show is based off of the Sweet Magnolias novels by Cheryl Woods, and there are actually 11 books in the series. So I highly recommend this one. Like I said, it's feel-good, warms your heart, and I absolutely love it. So this is Allison Lucan for FlixPop Radio, and you can follow me on Instagram at Allison Lucan for more book recommendations.
So, Allison, did you say that there was divorce was one of the topics that's in this piece here?
Yes, absolutely.
Because Lisa and I were both divorced.
Yeah.
Right, Lisa,
well,
you're divorced as well?
But the description sounds...
It shows the ups and the downs, and it pokes a little fun at it because, sometimes, no matter how bad and difficult life situations get, sometimes the only thing you can do is laugh, right?
Absolutely.
That's the premise of my life and what I built and created. And when you were sharing the description, it felt like you were talking about my life.
I thought she was talking about you, Lisa.
Exactly, right?
I was like, she doesn't know Lisa. I couldn't understand what's going on there.
Yeah, I think a book was about me, right? That's what it sounded like.
Allison, thanks so much, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Paul.
You got
Bye-bye.
it. Bye-bye. So, Lisa, thanks so much for being on the show today. Every guest who appears on FlixPop Radio receives dinner for 2 at Monica's Italian Restaurant, 1 Lakeside Avenue in Pompton Lakes, New Jersey. It's an awesome Italian restaurant. Have you ever been there?
No, but I can't wait.
Guess what? You're going.
Love that.
All courtesy of Monica's Italian Restaurant. Visit Monica's today at monicasrestaurant.net. All right, so let's talk more about what you do. You're a sound healer.
Yep.
Tell us what that involves and what that is.
So I'm a sound healer, and I am trained to play instruments that I can help move energy in people's body. We're all made of energy, all different kinds of emotional energy, physical energy, and by playing the instruments, I can bring people to a different type of higher vibration, a place of light, like my book is called I Am Light. I have a studio in Wyckoff where I have different events and group classes, private sessions, retreats, etc. And just really honored to be on this path, which I found because of my son, who is deaf.
Now, tell us about your son. It's the kind of thing, if you're a parent, you understand, there's really nothing that we wouldn't do for our kids. And, we actually live and die and breathe, by what happens with our our kids. Tell us about yours and tell us about, the diagnosis.
Sure. My son was diagnosed at age 7 with permanent hearing loss. And it was something that came after a separation. So our whole life had changed at one point. It was during 2020 in the summer. But I go with challenges, our greatest blessings. And I looked around us for help and really grateful that we got the support that we needed. And he is doing fabulous with his hearing aids. But the path of sound healing came because I learned that vibrations could help him. He can feel the vibrations. And as a mom, I really just wanted to dive into what does that look like and how can I help my family, not knowing that I'd turn it into a business to help a plethora of other people. And I'm so grateful for that.
Now, this is related to the writing of the book as well. Yes.
Correct.
And, one of the ways that, I talk with so many authors, with the show and with the podcast and everything. And one of the things that I learned from them, like we just had Damon Manx on the program last week. He was incarcerated. His life basically, hit rock bottom. He became an author like while he was in prison. It was really a way for him to cope. Was this book, writing it, was it a way for you to cope?
It started with, I started writing with the process of my divorce, all the emotions that were happening and feelings, and I didn't know what to do, so I wrote. But then my son's hearing loss diagnosis, I turned to the path of writing on social media to talk about blessings and to be a light for other people during dark times, and just kind of grew into being more popular and people coming to me. And then I knew I wanted to write a book, and divine things happened. I found my publisher, and the rest was history. So it was really a grateful time for me.
That's awesome. And congratulations. And how is the book done? What is it about it that's different, from like the books like of its ilk?
I'm a real person. I get very vulnerable in the book, and I share personal stories, and I share the depth of who I am, and people connect with it on a level that they've never really seen before. I have strangers reaching out to me I never met, different countries contacting me, and I know I'm on this, my path is to help. I'm a server of God and light and love, and I know through the book and my work in my studio, I'm able to do that, deliver that.
Now let's talk a little bit about your studio. It's in Wyckoff.
Correct.
And, tell us, give us like the address and tell us like what happens there. And folks, we have some fun coming up because right now, as I'm talking with Lisa and we're doing our interview here, she has these bowls out on the table. And it looks like we're going to have some fun with these in a little bit. And I think you even have some cards, some tarot cards here.
I do.
So a little later in the show, she's going to pull some cards for me. So my audience will get to see maybe some of the down deep stuff that's going on. Maybe I don't know, but tell us about the shop. Tell us what happens when people go there. What can they expect?
So it's called The Space by Lisa Annese at 362 Main Street in Wyckoff, New Jersey. It's in Bergen County, and it's a place of light. I have Tibetan flags hanging and very beautiful. Things that I connect with, angels hanging, etc. And it's a place where people can be free and safe to be exactly who they are. That is what I make sure. And I treat people like Jesus Christ is coming into the door. That is my motto. And there's private sessions I offer, group events, classes, yoga, sound healing. I have card readers in there as well. Do retreats. So it's a place where I want to educate the community on different healing modalities that connect with spirit, and that means connecting with the truth of who you are.
Give us a little bit of technical insight as to how that really works. People, they hear sound healing, they kind of maybe think they know what that means. But how does it actually help us to, be better, like in our health?
So when I work on a session, I have a spiritual teacher. So I basically talk to a person about what's going on in your world. And then I know how to place the bowls in the body. They're Himalayan bowls. They're made of 7 different metals. So I can shift energy based on what's going on, anger, sadness, new beginnings. And through that conversation, I know how to help someone. The bowls connect with our chakra energy centers in our body, and they go to cellular level. So you'll feel your body vibrating on the inside out. And it just moves energy that may be stuck in a place that doesn't belong and helps the flow of our body's energy to be smoother. As I mentioned, lighter, a sense of not feeling weighed down, feeling more joyful, love. That's the purpose of the process in the end.
And how do they get in touch with you if they want to use your services in this way? Is there a phone number or website? Tell us about that.
So my website is my name, lisaannese.com.
That's 2 N's.
Yep.
Annese.
LISAANNESE.com.
Okay, awesome. And the phone number for the shop as well?
201-543-5444. 4383.
Excellent. Okay. Rom-com, your favorite genre? Why is it your favorite genre?
I just love love. I just know that love is all there is, and we are made of love, and that's what we're supposed to be doing here. And so witnessing love is something that's beautiful. And I'm divorced. We talked about that already. I know that my love is out there. And so it gives me hope and joy for the future.
Absolutely. That person is on a collision course with you right now. Probably, right? You don't see it. You don't know it, but they're on the way. Who knows, right? But tell us about, like, in terms of the movie, the genre, because that's really what the show is about. You say, you love love. We also talked about the Christmas movies and stuff, right? And there's always like this, really handsome, like knockout type of dude, right? And he's like a doctor and makes maybe, $400,000 a year. And, he used to go to school in this place and he like revisits it. And obviously when he gets there, there's a light snow falling, right? And then he sees his old high school flame and, they lock eyes and it's like, oh, and so it seems like, and I'm going the long way around to say that there's a formula a little bit to this writing that makes up like a good rom-com. What to you makes up a good rom-com movie?
Well, I just like witnessing the different possibilities and going back to like Love Actually, for example. There's different scenarios of love, mother and child. There are, work person and, a colleague, whatever it is. And I just love that it's not just all romantic love. It's different love that we share. And that's the vibration that we walk around with is love. And that makes us feel good. So it's witnessing that and noticing it's all around us. Everything, it's how that you choose to perceive the world around you, and then you can feel good about it.
FlixPop Radio loves love too.
Okay.
And when you're in the studio, there's a lot of love, as you'll see when we talk to Shelley Williams with the Reality Rewind in the next segment. Not a lot of people grow up in a place where, the word love is used, I love you or, or whatnot. So I'm just going to get out of the way. I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
And, we're basically, it's a moment in the studio. It's awesome, right? So it's so much better, right, than the default to most people. We live in a crazy world. People are like, they can't say two words without there being some like nasty exchange. Why?
I think people get stuck on their ego and they are stuck in their mind and they want to have, their views be prominent and present. But when we're in path of spirit, which is the heart and connecting to the heart, and that's where the truth where we are. And that's where the love lies. And that's why whatever is on the inside of you reflects on the outside. So I always see love where I am because my inside is full of love.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
So listen, we're going to come back on the other side of the hour. We're going to have a phone call from Shelley Williams with the reality wrap up for this week. Everyone dreams of being in love. So we're going to talk more about that, Lisa.
Let's do it.
And of course, we're going to pull some cards, right? Mm-hmm. All right. We'll do that when we get back. Don't go anywhere.
WTBQ.
I have a confession to make, Lisa.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
There's nowhere else that I'd rather be right now than right here in the FlixPop Radio studio here at WGHT and WTBQ. This place is freaking awesome.
I know.
Isn't it?
I feel the same way.
You like being on the radio?
I do. I think I'm meant for it.
Absolutely. I think so, too. Welcome back to FlixPop Radio. We're still here with author Lisa Annese. And let's face it, my friend, I've been holding you hostage here for quite some time.
You have.
I couldn't appreciate you more, though. I have a question for you. How do you get the best return on your social media investment? Don't answer that. It's a rhetorical question. I know the answer. Again, we said, right? We don't ask questions we don't know the answer to.
Yep.
You achieve the best result and return on your social media by calling Officially Social. I'd recommend them to your small or medium-sized business to reach the masses. They take great care of you, and they move the needle. Learn more about Officially Social. Visit them on the web at officiallysocial.com. So, the reality wrap-up is delivered each week at the bottom of the hour by actress and reality TV junkie Shelley Williams. Shelley, are you there, my friend?
I'm totally here, my friend.
So before you even start, I have to tell you, I love you more than sushi.
I love you more than loaded nachos.
I love you more than rom-com movies.
I don't know. I really love 16 Candles. So you're kind of tied with 16 Candles.
So we're going a little nuts on that because this is the show of love, Shelley, and I can't think of anyone more appropriate to talk to during the show of love than Shelley Williams. Shelley, what's going on in reality TV, my friend?
It is Super Reality Week. Hold onto your chair. Are you ready?
Yes, I am. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm just checking to make sure you're ready.
No, I'm ready. I got a pulse.
Besides the regulars continuing, The Voice to challenge Ulster's rivals, The Traitors, and I guess I'm going to say it like that every single time. I've now started watching a show on Netflix called The Circle. So far, so good. A little hokey, but not terrible. But I have 3 words for you, Paul. 3 words.
All right.
Literally, it's only 1 word in 3 parts. Survivor.
Survivor.
Oh, my God.
I
My
think-
favorite returns for its 48 seasons.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow.
There's 18 fresh faces hitting the beaches of Fiji. In week 1, met a man with a speech impediment, a female hockey player with autism, and your typical regular guy with an attitude who everybody loves to hate. So that character always rears his face, and it's typically a guy. Sorry. He comes in with his attitude and thinks he's going to win, and he's one of the first voted outs. But again, I'm in a survivor pool, so I can't divulge my pick for the winner from week 1. But just know if I actually choose the eventual winner from my initial guess, which needs to be submitted before the show even starts, just by reading who's going to be on the show, the bragging rights are unimaginable, and there's a giant trophy.
Oh, my gosh. That's awesome.
So you know I want to win.
Who did you pick, by the way?
I can't tell.
Oh, you can't tell who that is? Okay, so I thought we might be able to follow it as the show went on during the weeks.
No, I can't tell because it goes all the way to the end.
That's okay. Now listen.
And people could change their vote according to what I think because I've won in the past.
So like your vote is pretty much like there's some confidence with that.
Correct. It's highly competitive.
All right.
Highly competitive.
So I know what to do if I want to game the booking industry, right?
Yep, I'll give you the backside info, the dirt, the tea.
Right. Lisa,
So-
how long would you last on Survivor?
Oh, I don't think I would last long at all.
No. Like
Look at my hair.
Would it be like?
How would I do my hair? Look
I
at
know.
my hair.
How would you
Look
do
how long it is.
How would you do your hair? Like,
I wouldn't.
would you cut it off before you went?
I actually just cut my hair.
Would you cut it off for the chance to be on Survivor?
No. I
That's
love,
it.
I love my hair and my identity too much.
All right.
But it's really cool though.
Yeah, Shelley, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Love you, my friend, and we'll see you soon. Okay.
Sounds perfect.
All
Have
right.
a great week.
Thanks, Shelley. Take care.
Bye.
I think that I would be like Kramer in Friends when he like busts out of the bathroom and he like slams his dollar down or whatever it is on the counter.
On the
I'm out.
That's a contest.
The contest, I'm out. That would be me for Survivor after like 5 minutes, and like somebody like Boston Rob comes up to me and tells me I'm not winning nothing.
Yeah. We have to know who we are. I'm authentically knowing surviving in the wilderness is not for me.
No, that's not you. You're not you're not a survivalist, or because everybody you talk to when you tell them Survivor, I'd make I would do this and I would do that. But you know what's funny about Survivor and all these like reality shows is like they're like watching all these people. You think there's like, I don't know, like hanky panky going off like
totally.
on the side like with these people.
What else are they going to do?
I don't know, but
course.
like, do you think that the cameraman is like throwing a sandwich to like the actor or something? Like you see these guys with like, you could see their ribs basically, and the camera guy's there. He's probably eating a sandwich while he's filming them.
I never thought of that.
100%. And what do you think about the the trust or whatever of like reality scripts and stuff like that? Like they're not supposed to be scripted, but do you think they're scripted?
Yes.
I think so too, right? They want that drama. They want to like put one character against another so it's entertaining.
They want to make sure they're selling TV, right?
Absolutely. All right. So what do you got in front of you here? Tell me.
I brought some instruments from the studio. I have some chimes. So I'm going to play the chimes.
Okay. Oh, that's beautiful. That sounds really good. Tremendous.
So these are called koshi chimes. They connect with the elements. And then I have some bowls. They're called mind bowls. They're a smaller version of my larger Tibetan bowls. Do you hear them?
Yeah.
Okay. So these are what I use to help heal people. This is a smaller version. But for the studio, I didn't want to bring a ton of stuff.
Yeah. But I think Dorothy out in Middletown, I think she's like all of a sudden feeling a little better. Like maybe like her knee is feeling a little better.
You know, I've done sessions virtually, actually across the country globally, and people had tremendous results, even in a group session, feeling the vibrations through Zoom. It was pretty remarkable to hear that. So there's true path to healing with the vibrations.
Now there's certain frequencies that are corresponding with each one. Yes.
Frequencies that connect with the different chakra energy centers, and that way, and they connect with that area and know how to shift, readjust whatever does not belong. If that makes sense. Like my teacher, she shared a story that she diagnosed her own breast cancer through her bowls because she was playing the bowls and her bowl sounded different. And she knew there was an issue in her body because of that, and alerted her to get checked out.
And she went to the doctor and she found out she had breast cancer.
Oh yeah. And I have clients who have cancer. I have clients who have different medical issues. I have one woman who had a liver transplant, and she had the energy of someone that she received it from. So it's helping people clear the energy that doesn't belong to make them feel lighter and feel their authentic self.
That's awesome. All right. So what I really want to do, because these cards are here on the table.
I know. It's exciting,
I've been like itching to,
I know.
Yeah. And Lisa and I, folks, when we have our guests on FlixPop Radio, when they come in the studio, it's not the first time that we've been with them. As a matter of fact, Lisa and I did a few one-to-ones before the show because I want to get to know her. Whatever, we did the goat yoga. That was pretty cool. We did the laser tag at the mall. That was pretty cool.
And you
right?
won.
And I won, right?
Yep.
And we don't let anybody win around here, Lisa. And you know, I know that you appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I just getting to know you is really great. I cannot wait. I've been like pining with you. Hey, pick a card. Let's do it.
So I have a variety of cards.
Tell me what you got.
So we have some love cards, we have some angel blessings cards, and messages. So what you pick, whatever speaks to you. There's a variety. Oh, you're going to pick.
Oh, I'm going to pick.
Yeah, you're going to pick, and then we're going to read. And just so you know, we're guided by spirit to pick the right message to receive today.
Okay, so I want the love cards.
I knew you want. He's been talking about these love cards, and he didn't like the angel ones, apparently.
All right, so I just pick any
You're
card.
You're going to pick whichever one, and we're going to see what it says. We're going to pick 4.
Oh, I got to pick 4?
Well, it's a story, so pick the first. So,
that's the first one?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay, let's pick this one.
Yep.
That one and this one.
So this is going to talk about the energy of love.
All right,
around
let's do
Mr.
it.
Paul. You ready?
Yes,
let's go.
All right.
So the first one is, oh my goodness, it's love.
Okay.
Unconditional love, self-love and wholeness, affection and attraction, and selflessness.
Okay.
Well, this is appropriate. We've been talking about love the whole day.
Yes.
So, okay, that's a really good card to get. So number 2.
Okay.
Number 2 is the chaser. Fear of abandonment, chasing, and codependencies. How do you feel about that?
Somebody probably, I know there's people I know probably just dropped their pen or spit their drink out, but go ahead.
Okay.
Next
All right.
one.
Well, we started off really good.
Yes. The look on her face, I don't even know if I want to hear this one or not.
The next one's called the hammer. So sabotage and rebuild, persistent, working on it, repairing. So this to me looks like, look, we're divorced, right? And so these cards tell a story. So it's looking at recognition, acceptance of where we are in life, and we're looking to repair and to shape the life that we want to live. That's the third one. And number 4 is the snake. Okay. Competition and enemy. The other woman look over your shoulder. So that's really interesting.
Oh boy.
And I have a couple snake tattoos. So I every time I see this card, I think about my tattoos. So so the fact that we started with love, to me, is the lead card, and the card that represents who you are, your future. And there's a couple areas in here that we have to be aware of and notice. And hey, looking over your shoulder, it's not a bad thing to notice who's around you and be aware and conscious to that, because there are some people who are envious of you and what you're doing, what you're creating, and that's with everyone. So I think that's a really a good awareness to know. Can we do an angel card?
Yeah.
Okay, you pick which one you want.
Just one, right?
You pick which one you want, yeah.
Oh, all right. So this one right here?
Yeah, let's go for it. Okay. These are really pretty cards.
Two. Take the top.
You did
take the bottom one.
Okay.
You're looking at, yeah.
This one I'm looking at?
Yep.
Okay, it's called Judgment.
Okay.
Let go of your fear of being judged. You are good enough. It is time to release all that you have kept safely locked away in your heart. Your true essence and potential have been restricted by structure and method for long enough. There is no right or wrong way. Just be you. This is so interesting because before we got into the booth, we were talking just about our lives and what's going on. This really connects with what's happening right now in your life. And being you is the most authentic thing you can do. And then whatever's meant for you will come your way.
That's awesome. Thank you for that. We're going to get a little further into that. We have to do a few things here at FlixPop Radio Movie Line Contest. Is your chance to win dinner and a movie. All you have to do is identify the comedy movie that the line we give you is from. We'll give you a line from a comedy movie. If you are to call and give us the correct answer, you will win dinner and for two at Spaziani's Catering and Food Design on 1572 Route 23 in Butler, New Jersey. Tickets are for their Friday night feast, which is really ridiculously, so we got to go to that. It's like all you can eat, and it's Italian, and it's like a feast. It really is. You'll also receive two tickets to AMC theaters for movies as well. So, the movie tickets are sponsored by Denise Fuchs, transformational life coach. She helps her clients design a life that they love living. Check out her website for more information, www.dreambuildersbydesign.com. Okay, so I'm going to give you the famous movie quote here. Lisa, you ready for this?
I can't wait.
Don't say what it is.
I won't.
Please call in for this, 845-651-1110. I'll have what she's having.
Good one.
I'll have what she's having. Mm-hmm. All right, so on the other side, we'll get a winner for dinner and a movie. And we'll hear from Santiago with the People's Podcast Review. I still have more questions for Lisa. Maybe we'll get another card or two. She's like dancing it up. This is going so fast. We'll be back on the other side. FlixPop Radio.
WTBQ.
Well, welcome back. Welcome back to FlixPop Radio, your source and your go-to each Saturday morning at 9 a.m. for movies and more here at WGHT. You can also follow our podcast, the Movie Club podcast on YouTube, youtube.com/@FlixPop Radio. Here's the movie line contest again, and the quoted line, it's, I'll have what she's having. Got a caller on the line. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, this is Stefanie from Wayne, New Jersey.
Stefanie from Wayne, New Jersey. How are you today, my friend?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Lisa and I have a message for you.
Hi, Stephanie. How are you today?
I am great. I love listening to you on the radio. I feel so healed.
We just want to say we love you.
We do love you.
Oh, I love you guys more.
See, this is somebody who gets our show. Stefanie from Wayne. Okay, Stefanie, so here's the line again. I'll have what she's having. What is that line from?
Oh, my God. I love this movie. It's Harry Met Sally.
Yes, there you go. Fantastic. Great job. You are the winner. You're going to win you're winning 2 tickets to the Friday Night Feast at Spaziani's Catering and Design.
Oh, wow.
If you just hold on the line after we let you go, and you can give your email, and we'll touch base to get you these tickets, plus 2 tickets to the movies.
Awesome.
Which radio show is your best source and your best chance at getting lucky?
Oh, my God. It's FlixPop Radio, of course.
Oh, betcha. Absolutely. Thanks, Stefanie from Wayne. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Congratulations. Bye. All right, Lisa.
Yes.
What's your favorite vacation? You like a cruise? You like a tour? You like what do you do with your family?
I'm a boy mom.
Okay, so
2 boys, 11
so what?
and
It's
13.
like being on the Little League field every Saturday and Sunday.
We do a lot of that, but our family has been doing for the past 2 years visiting all the baseball stadiums. So we've done 10 so far.
Wow,
It's so much fun.
Wow.
My favorite one has been Seattle. That was last summer.
so you like baseball?
My boys like baseball.
So you'll go to baseball though and watch it, endure it because of your boys.
I'm a divorced mom, and mom has to do both the jobs at times.
Absolutely.
And so my kids come first, and we've had a lot of amazing experience because of baseball. But then also, we do something spiritual that I want to do that connects with the land or energy in the area. So they do that as well.
I'll give you a guess, like where my parents took me for vacation, my brother and I, when we were 11 years old.
Where? Sure.
They took us to Pennsylvania, where they wanted us to learn about like Gettysburg and everything.
I know. Did you learn though?
You know what? I wanted to like do the thing that Rob Barrera talks about in the zombie apocalypse, where you take the splinter wood and you like stick it in your eye.
I knew you were going to say that. You're going to put pencils in your eyes. I knew you were going to say that.
So anyway, to me, hands down, the best vacation is a European river tour vacation. But every time I try to book one of those, I'm snuffed out like a zombie or something. Like, so instead, I call Cardinal Tours in Pompton Lakes. They specialize in European river tours, and they will plan all of the details. They'll also help you with your exclusive resort or group vacation excursion. You can rely on their experience, and in particular, Betty Houston, my friend, lovely woman. She will help you tremendously. Call her today, 973-835-0177. Okay, so we have a winner. It was Stefanie from Wayne. Thank you so much. And the People's Podcast Review on FlixPop Radio is reported each week by Santiago. He's a podcaster, engineer, and podcast producer out of ANJ Studios in Pompton Plains, New Jersey. Guys, this guy makes my voice sound like red velvet. You hear that, Lisa?
I do.
Velvet.
Loving it.
Santiago, how are you today?
Paul. Good morning, Lisa. How are you guys doing today?
Oh, amazing.
My friend, we love you too. Lisa told me she loves you.
Love is going right back in all that direction. And I can't think of a better month to throw that love all over in right now, you know?
Yes, yes. I can't wait to hear what you come up with for this particular episode.
So this week, the People's Podcast is brought to you by Cardinal Tours. I do want to say that as well. I also want to say good morning, good morning, good morning, and spread a little bit more love around.
Love it.
Okay. So this is, you know what, when we talked about rom-com and wanted to do it, I found something simple and straightforward. The Rom-Com Rewind Podcast.
Oh.
It's hosted by Sarah and Devin, where they rewatch romantic comedy movies and break them down a little bit for the fans.
Tremendous.
So, yeah, it's pretty popular movies like While You Were Sleeping, I know that's a little bit of a throwback, but Monster-in-Law.
Ooh, good one. Yeah, good one.
Yeah, and, some of them made it on the list. I was kind of surprised, but like you guys were talking about earlier, that love comes in different forms. Sometimes it's, a mother to the son. These films all tie in. So they even review films like Home Alone. That goes in there. And it's all these different types, and they break it down, the films and the actors, and then at the end they kind of see if the film still holds up against the test of time, which is the biggest thing for, I think, most of it to do.
Right, because love is something that sometimes can be fleeting, and sometimes it can be right, and then all of a sudden it can be wrong, and so what's your favorite rom-com movie, Santiago?
I want you to know that this week I was thinking about this. Mm-hmm. And the one that I could really rewatch that makes me laugh all the time is Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Okay.
It is nonsense. It is all around nonsense. And you're just watching this and you're like, oh my God, this is happening from the beginning to the end. I was like, this movie, but unfortunately, it's got to be the uncensored one, like the full on going thing. I have to have it that way.
Absolutely. Santiago, I appreciate you, man. It's so great. People out there, if you want to do a podcast, if you want to have a podcast, if you simply want to go and do a voiceover, Lisa, you want to go have your next book read there.
Would love to.
His studio is the best. ANJ Studios in Pompton Plains, New Jersey. Santiago, thanks so much. We'll see you this week. Okay, my friend?
Thank you, guys. Have a great one, and I love you guys.
Our love to the wife, my friend.
All right.
All right, be good, my friend. All right, so your favorite movie in the rom-com genre?
I love Something's Gotta Give. I know we talked about that before. Mm-hmm. And it's one I've been watching probably since my 20s.
Yeah. And so what is it about the movie? Like, I think a lot of times it's like music, right? You hear a song and it automatically transports you back to a place and a time and a feeling, right, in the pit of your stomach, and whatever. What is it about that film? Like, where does it bring you back to?
Well, I just like how it's opposites attracting. So a male and a female, they're totally different, and like oil and vinegar, basically. And then they realize they have to loosen up and let go of something or a way of being or their ego. We talked about that before, and realize that they actually do love each other. And something's got to give. They had to give in their lives to open up to that love that they never would have expected. Mm-hmm. And that's what I love about that movie.
And like, is it that kind of thing where you can watch it like over and over and over
Yes.
again?
Yes.
Okay. So like I have a confession to make. Like for me, that's like Titanic. Mm-hmm. Is that like too weird? Like whatever,
No.
55-year-old guy like digging Titanic, and you know, they're on the front of the boat and he's got his like hands around her, and you know, it's like all like sweet and everything.
That's your truth. We have to honor that and then be open to sharing that, and despite whatever people say for that. I think I love it. I love that you love that movie.
You love that. I love it. I think that
I do.
we have set the record here at FlixPop Radio for the most times the word love has been used in a 1-hour radio broadcast. Frank's nodding with agreement in the other room.
We're raising the vibration of everyone listening to us to recognize that all there is love. Only
Yes.
love is real.
And when you add vibration into it, it just really takes things to another level, does it not?
100%.
All right, don't even answer that.
Okay.
All right. So let me pull another card.
Okay. We haven't done these yet.
Yes, okay.
These are called other angel blessing card. I have a thing for angels, if you can tell.
All right.
So pill one.
So pull any one that I want.
Anyone.
Okay.
Can I do one too?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, these are simple.
Do I pull it? Do you give it to me and I read it?
No, I'm gonna. Yeah, you read yours.
Okay.
And then
all
I'll
right.
pull one for me.
Okay, so transformation. Through the great love that holds you in its embrace, you are moment by moment transforming to ever greater light, ever greater oneness, and ever greater wisdom.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like I'm in a transformation. I feel like, you know, I'm in the, I feel like I'm in the, is it the inchworm stage? You know, it's the, it's like the ugly
the butterfly.
stage.
You're not ugly.
No, I'm not. I'm saying like the ugly stage, the awkward part, the, you know, when you're like the worm,
So
you know.
before the cocoon.
Right.
You think you're before the cocoon.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Before the cocoon.
Because it's the cocoon, then it's the breaking out, and then you're the beautiful butterfly.
Yes.
You know, and the butterfly is only brave because the butterfly is only beautiful because the inchworm was brave.
Okay.
Inchworm had to trust the process of letting go of shedding and then coming into this place of darkness to come light, and that connects with the other cards that we've done. So,
Give me yours.
you want to read mine?
Yes.
Okay, it's a really good one.
I'm going to read Lisa's here. Okay.
Okay.
Gratitude. Make gratitude your new attitude. Oh, that rhymes.
Love it.
The stars will shine brighter upon you. All in your world will become lighter. And I feel like I've become lighter from having just even interviewed you here.
My energy
Is that what we're talking about here? This energy?
My energy is affecting you in a positive way.
It really is.
And that's what I do for my clients and everyone who's probably listening. It's a force that can't be reckoned with, and it's very vast.
Yeah. Even we had the guy in the studio today cleaning the blinds.
Mm-hmm.
Even his energy is affected by your energy.
You know what? I'm grateful for that. See, it all goes back to gratitude, because what I said earlier is even in our darkest moments, there's always something to find a piece of light to go forward to keep us going.
Excellent. I could not have said it better myself.
Mm-hmm.
This has been like one of the coolest interviews, and doesn't that go so fast? I mean, we're like already almost.
We
like,
got to do more together.
we really have to do more. I'm gonna have you on the podcast. The podcast is it drops every Thursday morning.
Okay.
And this week we just dropped the podcast that's on the zombie apocalypse genre.
Mm-hmm.
So we talk about all that. And you know, next week is going to be. We're going to have Damon Manx on, who's the dystopian horror author. So it's kind of a similar thing. We deal genre by genre, but obviously within hours of time in the radio and on the show, it's really hard to get into it. So I'm going to have you back, and we're going to do a more extensive thing. Tell us right now, though, what's going on and what it is that you'd like the audience to know about what you do, and maybe anything that's going on coming up this week, next week.
Come see me in my studio in Wyckoff. Find me on my website. Instagram is my name as well. And I work with all different kinds of people. And I'm divorced. And so I tend to attract other women who are maybe getting divorced and giving them love that they need to feel and recognize. But one big thing I have is a retreat in April at a place called Menla, which is in the Catskills. It's a retreat for manifestation. So it's on my website as well. A beautiful retreat house and all-inclusive place. Hope you can join us.
Tremendous. I'm going to get there this week for sure and get further into this with you. But I appreciate having you on the show today. And, as we get to the end here, I just want to say that FlixPop Radio is brought to you by Officially Social. It's brought to you by Spaziani's Catering and Food Design, Cardinal Tours, Monica's Italian Restaurant, the Silk City Podcast, Cardinal Frames, and the Reset with Stefanie Short Podcast, as well as Denise Fuchs and Dreambuilders by Design. They're really great sponsors. Please visit them. They pay for the show, and I couldn't be more appreciative of them. So, we're going to be going out now. So next week on the show, we're going to have Ryan the Goose Gossiker back after his 2-week. He just got a new job, so he's over at Major League Baseball, and we're going to be dealing with the sports movie genre. So you won't want to miss that. I want to thank Allison, Luke, and Shelley Williams, Santiago, Frank behind the glass. Couldn't do it without you guys, and of course you, the callers. Next week on FlixPop Radio, as I said, we'll have sports nut Ryan the Goose Gosker on the air talking about the sports movie genre. See you next week on FlixPop Radio.